So you're interested in playing a killer that makes survivors DC and throw salt towards you just like this? Well, I'm happy to tell you clicked on the right video. Well, what's going on YouTube? Hopefully all is going well. It's your boy Pred or CC, and in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you how to play everybody's favorite Cenobite, Pinhead, in Dead by Daylight. Let's get started. Now, how I like to look at it, Pinhead has two powers in his kit. The Summons of Pain and the Lament configuration are also known as the box. Let's first take a look at his base M2 power, the Summons of Pain. The Summons of Pain can cause pain to both the killer and survivor, depending on the killer's skill level. In all seriousness though, when holding the ability button, Pinhead creates a gateway or portal that can summon a possessed chain. Upon letting go the ability button, Pinhead takes control of the chain. You can then press the power button to send out the chain while controlling it. If you hit a survivor, 3 chains will be summoned onto that survivor, allowing you to then return to Pinhead. When said survivor is chained, they suffer from the incapacitated status effect, meaning they can't run or use exhaustion perks. So long, Sprint Burst and Dead Hard users. However, sadly, to keep them from being the best killer, this should go without saying, the survivors can perform the break free from chains action or break the chains on the environment near them. But if the survivors choose to break the chains on the environment, this will cause the chains to respawn and reattempt to bound the survivor. Other survivors and Pinhead himself can break the chains by walking through them. And yes, his power is a little complicated to use, especially if you're new to the Cenobite. It will take some getting used to and some practice. His power isn't the easiest to use, so don't beat yourself up over the first few games you lose. When using his power, try to open the gateway a little in front of the survivors and send it out as soon as they move in front of it. This is one of the easiest ways to bound a survivor in chase. Using his power in closer distances in chase is very strong because it allows you to catch up to the survivor if you're a little behind. You can choose to bound survivors from a longer distance, but it may not have as good of an effect as it would if you were closer. I also want to note the survivors can't fast vault when they're bounded, they can only slow vault, and Pinhead has a small cooldown to performing actions after he cancels or uses his power. Alrighty, next up we have the Lament configuration, also known as the box. This is my favorite part of his power as I specialize in finding the box. But before I explain how the box works, I will go ahead and explain how chain hunts work. At the beginning of the game, you can see a bar or meter around the survivor's icon. This is the chain hunt meter. Unlike Freddy's Dream World meter, all survivors' meters fill up the same. When the meter completely fills up, a chain hunt will start. A chain hunt is when chains start to passively spawn and interrupt survivor actions. The amount of pressure Pinhead causes with this power is insane. This is why I love this part of his power. But anyway, now on to explaining the box. Now how the box works, the survivors can pick up and choose to solve it. Pinhead can choose to teleport to the survivors. However, I don't recommend this if you're trying to get the box away from them or if you're busy in chase. The survivors may also bait teleports to take your attention off of winning the game. More on finding the box efficiently later. But if you can't reach them in time because they are too far away, you can choose to teleport. The option is yours. Do note that teleporting is a full commitment. You cannot back out of a teleport. When a survivor completely solves the box, it causes the chain hunt meter to restart. Or if the chain hunt is already active, it will be stopped. However, if Pinhead finds the box, he can pick it up, causing the survivors to scream, revealing their location, and immediately starting a chain hunt. The box also makes a small noise when nearby. It's a little quiet, but here is a clip of its noise. Yep, called it. Where you guys at? 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes gonna spawn right there. Sometimes the game bugs out, so you may not be able to see or hear it, and yes, sadly this has happened to me before. But as previously stated, finding the box applies a lot of pressure to the survivors. It's insane. That is why I love the box. It slows the game down and makes performing important survivor actions an annoyance. Now, finding the box, surprisingly, isn't that hard. Let me teach you how to find the box and be a massive annoyance to the survivors throughout the game. The box will always spawn farthest from you and the survivors, so if you're trying to always find the box, use Hoarderer and stay in the general area that was farthest from you and all the survivors when you picked it up. However, if the survivor picks it up near you, don't fear. You can stop them from solving it with your power. You can also get pog chains if the survivor is trying to solve during a chain hunt. Oh, over there, wow. Oh, pog chain, pog chain, pog chain. Pog chain. Yes, I love pog chains. Yes, pog chains, baby. This will allow me to catch up. This will allow me to catch up. Yes. I should also mention that the survivor that picks up the box is the only one to continue to have a chain hunt active on them or have their meter continue to fill up. At the beginning of the game, the lament configuration spawns farthest from the survivor's and the killer's position. I recommend using Lethal Pursuer to help you find the box a bit better in the early game. Kind of, my like, predictions may not be on point. They all spawn over there. It's gonna be over here or over there. Either over here. Yeah, there it is. Perfect. Perfecto. Alrighty. Where are you guys? Is anybody coming for it? I highly doubt it. I found that pretty fast. Somebody was trying to come over here. Finding it that early will immediately cause pressure. Alright, so right here I created a visual for anybody that needed an example. So I'm going to explain how to move or how to find the box with this example. So let's just say at the beginning of the game, you're Pinhead, you spawn at the bottom left map or bottom left part of the map. Then all the survivors spawn up here. This is one of the easiest ways to find out where the box is, because obviously if all the survivors are directly above you and Pinhead is right here, the box is most likely going to spawn right over here. It could spawn right here, but it's most likely going to spawn right over here. So let's just say you're running lethal, you go over to the box, you find it. By the time you find it, there's going to be one survivor. There's always one survivor that tries to beat you to the box. So let's just say survivor 4 over here, little Stevie boy, is trying to come over here and grab the box. Then survivor 3, let's just say this one is doing a generator. These two are doing a generator up here. Let's move those guys over here. They're on a generator. They're starting to get some done. Survivor 3 on a generator. Survivor 4, little Stevie boy, tried to beat you to the box. You got it though. You pick up the box. Steve's right here. You'll see all of their screams. And then the box is going to respawn. It has a 30-second timer, I think. No, 10 seconds. I'll put that on the screen for you guys to see. It's a certain cooldown before it spawns again after Pinhead and survivors pick it up. But the box is going to respawn, and with all that data, the survivors being all over here and Pinhead being here, the box is most likely going to spawn up there. So now you'll know, you'll walk up there or you'll run up there before a survivor gets there, and even if it's not up there, it has a chance to spawn right here. But even if it's not up there, you're in the general area, and if you're running Horderer, you should know. You'll get a notification that the survivors try to pick it up. But you're going up here, and let's just say survivor 3 this time comes over. Survivor 4, maybe you got them down, maybe you hit them in chase while you were coming over here. Let's just say they're down here somewhere doing whatever they're doing. Survivor 1 is kind of running over there to where survivor 3 was. Survivor 2 is going to finish up this generator. You pick up the box, you hear all their, or you see all their screams. The box is going to respawn. Most likely, the box is going to spawn right there. And then it's just going to continue in that cycle. The box will always spawn farthest from you and the survivors at every given point in time. So with that information, try to utilize that to your advantage. Just remember, if you're able to play the game of picking up the box over and over and over, it becomes a distraction, is what I want to say. The survivors are going to be distracted from completing generators, and they're going to start going for the box. If you're continuously getting the box, the survivors are going to catch on, they're going to know you're good at it, and they're going to send 2 survivors. Usually one body blocks, and the other picks up the box while they're solving it. So the more you get the box, the smarter the survivors become, and the more of a distraction it becomes from them winning the game, which is better for you. So I would always suggest playing the game of finding the box and picking it up, because the chain hunts are very, very good at applying that pressure and taking survivors off the objective. I do also want to mention that all of the auto haven maps and midwich are really, really good for finding the box. Some of the other maps are a little difficult, like the bigger maps, for example. RPD, in my opinion, is a little hard for me to get the box, but the very open and big maps, some indoor maps like the game is pretty hard to find the box. But some of the easier ones to find, like I said, are auto haven and midwich. Alrighty, and with that being said, let's move on to the next section. Now, I know many people may not agree with me on this one, but the best Pinhead build, or my favorite one at least, consists of Franklin's Demise, Horderer, Lethal Pursuer, and Corrupt Intervention. This build is perfect for keeping control of the box all game. You have Franklin's to make the survivors drop the box, Horderer to know where the survivors pick up the box, Lethal to find the box early game, and corrupt to give you extra time to find the box early. Pinhead also has really good and strong add-ons. My favorite, however, are Engineer Fang, Impaling Wire, Larry's Remains, and Liquefied Gore. Engineer Fang is an overpowered add-on in my opinion. It allows you to injure healthy survivors instead of bounding them, at the cost of one chain being removed when you bound an injured survivor. That's an amazing trade. Impaling Wire summons one additional chain if the survivor breaks chains on the environment. Larry's Remains causes the box to take 2 extra seconds to solve, and Liquefied Gore causes the box to take 1 extra second longer. I suggest pairing Larry's and Liquefied Gore together if you're playing aggressively for the box. I love those 2 add-ons paired together. It's an amazing combo. Alrighty, that pretty much concludes the video. I hope you all enjoyed. This is my first killer guide video, so I hope I didn't miss anything. If I did, be sure to let me know in the comments below. If you want to see gameplay videos, be sure to subscribe and leave a like. Don't forget that I'm also live 2 times a week on both YouTube and Twitch. Be sure to drop a follow over on Twitch. I'd greatly appreciate it. And with that being said, everybody, see y'all later. God bless.